Hello you guys and happy Monday. I hope you had a restful weekend. I feel like mine was pretty restful. I want to show you something. I put together like these to-do lists sometimes where I kind of just, it's like a brain dump of everything that's kind of lingering or that needs to be done. And I am just like so optimistic every Friday, like, oh, I'm gonna do so much. I've got so much time. And it's like, even though I was working pretty intently, just to show like, I put together all of these things as my weekend to-do list, and then obviously the ones that got highlighted were the only ones that actually happened. Like, I don't know what it is. Every time I'm like, oh, the weekend, I can do so much. Like I said, I worked pretty hard. I was very happy with what I was doing, but I guess it just wasn't enough. No, but this week's definitely kind of an interesting week here. Today, I actually did not do Spanish with the kids, and we had a required social studies writing prompt for the students as part of the Veterans Day activities that come up. There's an essay contest, so they were writing on those today, and in general, it really did not hold the kids' attention. It wasn't too complicated of an assignment. It was only a 100-word paragraph, actually, so I shouldn't even be calling it really an essay, but many students either finished really fast and then were kind of off task for the remaining class time, and then others like just really were not focusing on getting into it. So it was a little bit challenging, but regardless, we get to actually jump into curriculum tomorrow. I'm super excited. Last night I was doing my plans for the upcoming unit. So I'm gonna pull up my plans here. This upcoming unit, this is the industrial age. I wasn't necessarily super into before, but basically our unit plan, we're going to, well, we started with a couple Newsella documents today. We'll get into a little debate about which group should have more power or rights, corporations versus the workers, and which side deserves to be better protected. We'll also talk about, is it justified to pay celebrities or top business people huge amounts of money if they give away a percentage? And then if so, how much should they give away? Which groups should they be giving it to? Kind of just to, you know, examine some of those issues today. And if, depending on how it goes, if the students are really fired up about the topic, then we might have them do a take an informed action step where they are either creating a campaign at the school or doing a petition, like something along those lines, assuming they get fired up about the issue. We're also going to do some financial literacy, even though it's not exactly linked up to this section. I don't think these students really get much of it, and I'm very passionate about first like students learning how to save money and budget and all of that. So we're going to do a budget challenge. We're going to talk about stock market and savings as well. And we're also going to be talking about inventions, and so the kids will have like a little group project where they're putting together some commercials for some of the key inventions at the time: the telegraph, telephone, light bulb, airplane. And they'll also be looking at putting together a quick slideshow where they're showing the original model of whatever the invention was, and then going through to more recent models. So for example, an airplane, showing the original airplane and how airplanes have continued to improve, and an idea, a design for the future, what they think in 50 years from now, what will be used for that. So that's more of kind of an innovation, creative part. And finally, we'll do a short research project on an inventor or innovator of their cultural heritage. So we do have a pretty diverse school community, and doing this will hopefully be a way we can celebrate some of that diversity that they have, as well as looking at how these amazing accomplishments don't just have to be, you know, white people, but that people from all over the world, and incorporate that. So I will be excited that, and we'll have them create these little baseball card sized cards then, so we can display them all in the room as well. So that's kind of the plan. I was totally nerding out when I was working on this last night, and so wanted to share. But regardless, I am trying to this week focus on health. I don't know if I started that well last night, but there's a lot of layers to that. Sometimes I get in the zone. Maybe this is part of the problem. Maybe this intense like to-do list is part of the problem, but I know I don't always get enough sleep. Sometimes I'm eating too many treats. Sometimes I am, you know, not flossing my teeth as often as I should be, not exercising as often as I should be. So kind of just overall, it's about health, just to take a mental, like a weekly check-in. So I'm going to try to be upping my game on health cutting myself off from staying up too late, getting some exercise daily. Overall, I mean, eating healthy, I've been doing better at overall, but I did buy some pumpkin JoJo's. They're like Oreos at Trader Joe's, and those are gone, but they were really good. My dad had some, to be fair, when they visited, but it was mostly me. So anyway, that's kind of my goal for the week, and so partially because of that, I'm gonna try not to stay here too long, and I think just get a few things together for tomorrow, but then head out. So I will check in with you guys later on. Now, one resource I wanted to show you guys is Socrative, and this is what I'm using for assessments. Basically, it's been really helpful. I've used it a lot with quizzes, so I have a variety of quizzes here. When you're ready to launch a quiz, you choose it, whichever one you're going to do. Launch it. I choose open navigation, so they're able to click back and forth between the different settings, as well as require names, shuffle answers, shuffle questions, and show final score. This way the students, even if they were to hypothetically look at their neighbor's computer, it would be a different question and a different answer that they would likely be on. When I click start, then it gives this document here, and it will show me the names of students who register. You give like your little PIN number for the class you create for the room, and you can show the names or not show the names. You can show answers, and it will show you either their progress, their score in terms of percent, or the score in terms of number. So it's really helpful because I can also look around the room and see, okay, how far along are these students on their quiz? Can finish that, and then I can go to view chart. Now I don't have any data here, but if I go back to one of my past reports, let's say we do this one. Now it's going to show me data. I purposely have the names blocked out, and then here is where it shows the information about each question, so I can look through and be like, okay, well, these questions were tougher. Only about 2/3 of the students got them right, so maybe I need to review that a little bit. You can see which questions, oh, everyone got number 3 right, and then you can plug in the scores here. I usually do out of number, so this was out of 20 points, and so this also makes life really easy when it's time to grade, because I tell them to put their last name, comma, first name, which gets them alphabetized when they plug their names in, and I can kind of just fly through the grade book on this. So if you're not using Socrative yet, I highly recommend it. So my students have been working on these college projects for my encore class, and they're looking really cool. They have one more day of work time left, but they are taking up so much space. So I'm gonna try to organize these a little bit better, especially today since we used their computers so much. It got a little wild. Alright guys, so I'm heading out at this time. I am leaving before 5, so that's kind of my new goal, just to make sure that I'm not, I mean, it's just tougher to hit your health goals if you stay too long, as I have been doing. I think I'm somewhat experiencing just like, it's kind of an interesting balance between like being a first-year teacher like for the very first time and then being a first-year teacher at a new school. It's like you keep feeling like it should be easier and less work, but then it's just not, because you're doing some of the same like policies and stuff for the first time. So anyway, I am going to end the vlog here, I guess. I'm hoping this daily vlog thing works out. It'll probably be a couple days behind when I post these, but I am curious to give it a try. So have a lovely evening, and if you enjoy these teacher vlogs or other teacher related content, you can actually subscribe right here or check out past videos over here. Bye guys!